Morning everyone, Tracy from the Wildlife Garden. Thought I'd do a catch up in the garden. Want to show you how lush everything's become. We had rain yesterday, most of yesterday and into the early evening, and much needed. The amount of dust that was on the plants, really. We had a lot of Sahara dust coming over, and plants needed not only the fresh rainwater but to cleanse their leaves. They take in a lot of light through their leaves and obviously the flowers, so photosynthesis. So things are going over. A lot of the spring bulbs are finishing and new things are coming up. I want to share all that's in the garden, including persistent weeds, wildflowers and a mixture of perennials. Well, mainly mine are perennials at the moment, but I've put some nasturtium seeds in and they're coming up. But everything's looking great. So let's have a little look together and see the weeds, see the flowers, see the native plants, the non-native plants, everything that pollinators need. There's the wildflowers for the life cycle of many of our insects. In fact, I was able to release a butterfly yesterday. I went into the shed and could hear this fluttering noise. And as some of you may know, I had butterflies in a net that I'd saved over last sort of summer. My daughter-in-law had already released those, so I thought it can't be one of those. And I turned around and there was a butterfly stuck in a web, a large white. I managed to catch it, and release it, fine, no problem. And I was thinking, well, where did that come from? Because the shed door was being shut, whether it had flown in or not, I didn't know. But then I noticed on the roof of the shed a little pupa. So it had actually gone in, and as the second one I've had hibernating in my shed now over the last 3 years. I had comma hibernating in there a couple of years ago and a large white this time. So it had fixed itself to the ceiling. I'd never noticed it, and the pupa had been there all winter. So it was lovely to release. Right, I'm rambling on. Let's get in the garden and have a look, shall we? Okay, let's go out and see what we can see. It's a very bright morning. Hopefully the sun won't cause too many shadows. So right outside the back door we've got ivy, of course. I do get moths hiding in here quite regularly. I've found some really big moths in here in the past, so that's fabulous. And down below we've got wood sorrel, a great wildflower, lovely white flower, but it closed at the moment because the sun's not on it. But it's a lovely plant. Grandchildren love picking it and eating it. It's edible. Tastes a bit like lemon. Nice in a salad. Nice decorative little leaf on your plate. We've also got nettle leaf bellflower coming up here, which is not an ideal spot because it gets very tall. But it's right by the back door, so it could get damaged. Not really the ideal place for that. We've also got dandelion amongst it and herb robert. Wood sorrel's a lovely woodland plant and enjoys the shade down here. It's even grown behind this big plastic sofa. Amazing, really. Right, let's have a look what else we've got. Pots, as usual, are all doing fine, and as you can see, some of them spring bulbs are now going over. I don't know how that's come up in there. I didn't plant it, but for some reason there's a bluebell there, a Spanish bluebell come up there, but a little ant there on the leaf. Can you see it? More ants, actually. We've also got a mix of wildflowers here. We've got dandelion, herb robert, and again nettle leaf bellflower. So, and I can see some ragwort too. So that's just a pot of wildflowers there, native wildflowers. Lovely. These are Japanese anemone. They flower later in the year, which is great for the insects, for pollen. all along the bottom there is the Mexican fleabane. Self-seeds everywhere. More dandelion down here. Some oxeye daisies self-seeded in this pot here. Here's some of the nasturtiums I've mentioned that I've seeded, and yeah, everything doing well in the pots. They'll need changing round soon. As I say, a lot of them are going over now, so the spring plots will be moved and changed around. This narcissus has been fabulous. Double flower. I think, Diane, you'd like this one. This one's even got 3 heads. Can't remember the name of it, but it's a beautiful. And this little flower's just gone over to, I forget the name of them. Gone out my head for the moment. Over here we've got a lovely little clematis. It's an amazing flower. The steples. I think they're not really, they're like a petal really, aren't they? But they're not petals. I presume the flower's just dead centre. I haven't seen anything on that. More ragwort coming up in a pot. I think this is knapweed coming up in this one. And I've got another clematis here. This one flowers later. It has a yellow flower on it. So once the honeysuckle has gone over, that will replace the flowers of the honeysuckle and provide nectar for insects. These are all self-seeded, mainly Herb Robert, Welsh poppy along here. Still keep looking in this pot and trying to figure out, I think it's mainly, I'm not sure of the mix of flowers in here that are coming up, but there's quite a mix. Some of it is Herb Robert, but I don't think it's all Herb Robert. I have to see what comes up. This is beautiful. This is I think it's called Veronica. I'm not sure, but beautiful white flowers, and the bees adore it. And I put that in last year, but I haven't got a clue what it is. No, I can't remember what that's called at all. I'll have to look in my diary. Some more bulbs coming up here. Now these are late, they're just appearing. I planted those not long ago, so up we go. This is oxeye daisy. This Buddleia struggles here. It's a lovely Buddleia. It's a deep purple one, but it's not a happy plant. It's been like this for a long time, but I've just spotted a clematis coming up in the background there. There's a lovely Acer. This is oregano. It's everywhere in the garden. Now, here's changed a lot because obviously we had a very old Buddleia here and the enormous honeysuckle, but both got damaged in Storm Dara, but the honeysuckle is beginning to shoot, but the ground covering plants are taking over. I think it's ground ivy, and there's a little sort of bellflower in there too. Completely changed. How much has grown under there? Nothing grew under there really much before. Yeah, the ground ivy's loving it. The dead nettle here, look, with the lovely white flowers. We've got a little young honesty there, a white one. And this enormous white one here. Look how tall it is. It is in a little butler sink, but yeah, it's a good 2 foot tall, I should think. But the only thing with the white honesty is I rarely see insects on it. So great for the red one, seems to attract the orange tip butterfly, but I don't see pollinators on it at all. My little robin's just come in. There he is, getting food, but he's wary because the cat's followed me out. I've put the live mealworms in there for him to help himself too, so he's in and out. I'll just let him come out before. He's feeding the female. She's on the nest now. She was here the other day peeping at him and he was feeding her, but I haven't seen her now for a couple of days, so he's flying off with mealworms, and There he is, feeding her. Oh, let me show you my seedlings. These down here are called Ami Majors, and they're so far behind. But I potted them all up separately yesterday, so hopefully they'll get some speed on now. Not sure. They'll be late summer flowering, I think. And in here there's a mix of all sorts: nasturtiums, ragged robin. I'm not sure what this is. It's come up and I haven't got a clue what it is, so I haven't got a clue what that is. I've got loads of that in here and I really don't know what it is. And over here, look at all this. This is beautiful. Let me move some things out of the way. Sorry. This is dog violet. That's all self-seeded. I haven't planted any of that. It amazes me how seeds get into pots that are so high. And then over here, another plant. I haven't got a clue what this is, but there are some flower buds coming up in the middle of it. Poppies are coming up again. Not sure what this is. I plant things and then forget what they are. These will be my 2 tomato pots. I just grow a couple of tomatoes. I haven't got them in yet. Yeah, mainly more ragged robin, and creeping jenny there, and a little geranium, but it's not looking great. I'm going to have to sort that out. It's only a miniature one. Okay, and then my sweet peas are here. Sweet peas are doing brilliantly. These I grew over winter in this pot, and I only checked them the other week and spotted them coming up. I noticed they were being nibbled and opened it yesterday, and yeah, there was a snail in there, but I've removed the snail, and they seem to do well on this chair. Nipped them all back, so they're beginning to bush up. They're doing fine. This is a weed that people don't like. It's a tiny little flowered little geranium. I think it's called the shiny geranium. Shiny something geranium. It's really busy down here. I won't see foxgloves coming up yet. That's the new plant I put in at the back there. That's a box. The perfume from it was incredible. So that'll smell lovely next year. This looks like a Astrantia coming up in the pot. Again, that can self-seed in places you never know. This has been really busy, this little clematis, with the female hairy-footed flower bee. She's visiting this quite regularly. It's a lovely one. It's even grown into the shed. But lovely, lovely little clematis. This basket's still going on. The shiny geranium again. Looks like some poppy seeds are coming up in here or something. Welsh poppy. I love this. Look at it. That's the moss. Can it focus there? Isn't that lovely? See if I can zoom in. I mean, that's just stunning. Sorry, it's moving about. So it's a hanging basket, obviously, and there's clover in it. It's sort of a mix of everything, poached eggplant, all sorts. I love these baskets. They just, things self-seed, but I'm amazed that those poppy seeds are coming up in there. I haven't put poppy seeds in there. I wouldn't put poppy seeds in there because it's not very deep. But obviously they found it. All wild down here. Lots of creeping jenny. And those are my blueberry shrubs in the background there. Oh, a couple of butterflies chasing each other. They could be speckled woods. We did see a meadow brown the other day. And over this way now. Oh, more seedlings here, sorry. We've got my dad's favourite, was my dad's favourite flower, Lavatera. Let me read it. Lavatera, yeah. He loved it. Pink flower. Bees love it. So, yeah, nice one to have in the garden. And we've also got this one, which is... This one is Cerinthe. It's doing really well. There's loads of that. that needs to go in the garden really. And these are cosmos, the only ones I've managed to get coming up. I cut those all back the other day and they're beginning to bush out too. So, oh, and the one and only sweet rocket that I managed to germinate. It's very hard to germinate. This pot here, planted up last year and it's all coming this year now. It was just one of those baskets you get in the supermarket, just full of a mix, so I just shoved them in. And more nasturtiums here coming up. I'll let the robin feed. The lilacs just coming in to flower. That'll smell lovely. I've got another clematis here, 2 clematises, or is that part of that clematis? I think that's part of that clematis. This is a wildflower. This is a vetch growing. I'm not sure which one. Dandelions in most of my pots by the looks of it, with a mix of strawberries, and this is red campion coming up. I thought this had all died, but it's a rock flower. I don't know how it's managing to survive there really, because it's so wet, but it is. Goldenrod coming up. Everything growing at a rate of knots in this basket. Look, it's just dandelions and wild strawberries. And over on this bed, it's just so full. Can't believe it, can you? Look at this foxglove. I don't know which one it is. I think this is a wildflower that has germinated there. Trying to think of the name of that one. Sorry, yeah, that's a willow herb, I think. We'll see it when it flowers. It's easier to tell when they flower sometimes. The dreaded Spanish bluebells coming up, just beginning to open. I love how these look now they've finished flowering. Even though they finish flowering, aren't these gorgeous? These little cases left behind. That one's still got some seeds to pop out, but beautiful. Creeping buttercup in here I can see. Forget-me-nots, geraniums. Not sure what this is. Looks. Oh, I think that's an allium coming up. Yeah, an allium coming up. The drumstick allium, I think. Oh, look at the feathers of the fennel. They're looking great. There's a love by the insects, particularly wasps when it's in flower. Lots of ragwort coming up in places. And the grass is beginning to grow now, because obviously we had the crocuses in there, and you can't cut the grass for quite a while after that. I don't cut it anyway. I sort of do a path, so I keep this clump. Sometimes I keep this clump, sometimes I get rid of it. It's all according. And then there's a path round. It's great though. You can see where the animals are trotting through. You see little paths that the animals use. Foxes mainly. Oh, there's Jack by the hedge here, the hedge garlic coming up into flower, great for the orange tips. That comes up every other year. This is cow parsley, I think, coming up in the grass. And when I know I've got a big clump now of sweet, I think this is sweet Sicily, I think. It's one or the other, and that's lady's bed straw coming up. Can be mistaken for cleavers, but it's soft, it doesn't stick to you. And now into the sunnier bit. Cowslips just going over. This is Woodhavens. That will just spread everywhere. The hoverflies do use it a lot. Yeah, lots coming up in the border. Lots of alliums I can see coming up. These cowslips are doing a little bit better over this side. Back into a bit of shade. The dog violets are everywhere. I love they've been in this pot with the dandelions. It's been lovely, and you can just about see, careful where I step, the hosta just starting to come up. This hosta's, I just don't know how it does it. I say this each year, I think, to you. It's just in that blue pot, and it's been in that blue pot. It's got to be over 15 years with all else that's in there. I mean, how they come up, I do not know. They're obviously tough as boots, old boots. There's a jasmine coming up in the back there, in that climbing up the old bit of that branches from the honeysuckle. So I've used them as structures in the garden. More white honesty. Oh, more butterflies today. Orange tip, I can just see. Just saw an orange tip in the background there. Hopefully it'll appear. Yeah, that's an orange tip flitting about over there on the sunny side of the garden. Yeah, white honesty. This is, forget the name. It'll come to me. Wheelbarrow's almost hidden now by plants. There's the first buttercup, creeping buttercup opening. I had a lilac tree here that came down, and it's sending up all these shoots here. I just sort of keep it as ground cover. So I've got this lovely tree here. It's only just coming to leaf. It's a really important elder buckthorn for the brimstone butterfly. But the bees, it's a magnet for bees once the flowers. They're tiny. There's the little flower buds. They're just a magnet for bees. That's a Japanese quince. That's been lovely for the. I've been getting tree bees on there, and the hairy-footed flower bees visiting that. So forget-me-nots. Honesty coming up, that will be next year's flowers. That's young honesty for next year. Wallflowers just beginning to flower here. These are very old wallflowers. And we're back into shade again. This is in flower now. It's in the pot of water. It was in my main pond, but you can see how big it gets, so I took it out and put it in the pot. The yellow flag iris coming up. This is a blue flag iris. Yeah, blue flag iris, this one. And that's marsh marigold. Some red campion coming out here. Some blackberries. Considering they don't get much sun, they're doing well. It's a mixture of honeysuckle and ivy on this fence. The herb Robert over here. Got my one and only cuckoo flower this year come up amongst sorry, thought that was an alarm call, amongst the red campion and oxeye daisy. And see, this is cherry. I'll just take that out. That's cherry tree. Comes up everywhere from the main roots. And my neighbour, I've just spotted in her garden, they've got a cherry tree growing up the fence. So I need to tell them about that, because I don't think they realise how big it can get. This clematis is just finished flowering too. That's the winter flowering one. This bed's looking great. Mixed. These are poppies, but they tend not to flower because I think there's too much shade. But strawberries are doing well there. Well, a lovely little primrose still flowering there, and a tiny bit I can see in the background there. A little bit of what's that name? There's the wood avens and fox and cubs just at the back there. Fox and cubs and cleavers I can see in there. My wild garlic just beginning to flower. It's been very struggled. We've been so dry, it's not liked it there very much, I don't think. Too dry for it. Pond. Can't see the tadpoles at the moment, but the rain's topped it up a bit more, and as the sun comes onto it, the tadpoles tend to congregate all at this end in the warmth. The dead buddleia at the back there, no sign of that rose, even whether I cut back, so I think that's gone. A stilby, big patch of a stilby there, and another one here. The bluebells coming up in here, the lungwort is just going over. Look at the leaves, they're beautiful and spotty. That's all just finishing flowering now. The fern's just beginning to unfurl. That's the deer tongue fern. A lot of tiny little seeds in here, and they're not seeds, it's some kind of creeping plant, but I'm not sure which one it is. It creeps everywhere as a ground cover, but I think it has a little white flower. It's a lovely lungwort there. This is the four-cornered. It's edible, but it's incredibly invasive, I believe. So it has the four-cornered leek, I think it's called, something like that. Yeah, we have to be careful with it. It's invasive, but loves it here. Look at the flowers, buds coming up at the back. In amongst this, which is lady's bed straw as well, another one. It smells lovely. The back, another. I haven't cut that one back, a fern at the back there. There's some ferns need cutting back really at the back, and lots of green alkanet. The little green flowers there are the white currant flowers. It's absolutely covered. Now, considering this was munched by sawflies last year, it was after it had finished flowering and the berries were still on. It was really munched to death by sawflies. Look at it. It hasn't done it much damage, has it? And at the back there's a red currant one in amongst the cleavers at the back there. And these are raspberries. I noticed the holly as well has got plenty of flower buds on. Look at the flowers, which is another good one for the holly blue butterfly. They tend to lay their eggs just behind a flower head. So we do usually get them in the garden. I haven't seen one yet, but it'd be great if I've got good choice of berries this year. It's the best number of flowers I've seen on it. The clematis is about to burst, and then when it's finished I should be cutting that back hard to replace the arch. And the apple tree, look at it, just bursting now. The buds are so beautiful first, aren't they? Pink buds, and then they open up. Very old, we've been here over 30 years and it was here then, so it's a lovely old tree, still at its jaunty angle. And up into the wilderness now, and is this beginning to flower? Oh, it's the clematis all going through. It's going everywhere. The dog rose as well here, big dog rose. I'm not sure if that nest box being used this time. I think the wren's been around it. Look at the Acer, it's loving its spot here too. The Gelder rose is just coming into bud too. And then up into the wilderness. Herb Robert, this is I forget what this tree is called, but I brought it because the catkins are supposed to be great for early bees, but I think I've seen 2 catkins on it in the time I've had it, but it's pretty anyway. Nettle bed growing rapidly now, and I can already see some leaves curled on it, so they tend to be moth caterpillars. There's many creatures use it, but if you can see how that bud is all tight here, that's some kind of insect that's pulled all those leaves in. And I can see a few over the back as well. They're looking very healthy. Lots and lots of raspberries, all in bud too. We'll have plenty of raspberries again this year. Buddleia are doing well. Look at the bed of, there was a honeybee just coming off of the green alkanet, and I've been spotting the red tiger moth caterpillars on here. Can't see one at the moment, but they're definitely on here. Nothing in particular coming up over there. The sambuca is about to come into flower as well, I think. I've noticed. I'm not about to. It'll be in flower in a few. It's like a black elder. The rhubarb's going mad. It was beginning to flower, and I've pulled the flowers out to try and keep the rhubarb going. This is a mixture of ladies' bed straw, hedge bed straw I think it's called, and cleavers. Cleavers you can eat, you know. Tastes like cucumber, really. Another plant you can nibble in your garden. Just pass the football over. Boys' footballs and cricket balls are always in the garden. Squirrels having fun up in the ash tree there. Not sure I can capture them. Oh, he's disappeared. He's just running around the, it's a grey squirrel obviously, running around the ash tree then. Got some purple honesty here. Dogwood in the background, native dogwood. Flower buds on that. This bed is just a mix of ground ivy. Yeah, just a mix of anything. The docks are beginning to come up. Big tufts of grass. Excuse me. Great for the butterflies to lay their eggs on, bees to nest at the bottom of. And then the ivy is slowly taking over the dead hedge up here. Lots of Jack by the hedge down here seedlings. And that's the top of the wilderness, the wild bit. I'm a bit concerned with I'm hoping it's just a natural delay. The hazel's coming into leaf, but the leaves are so tiny. I think it's too much shade here for it at the moment. Hopefully they'll pop out more as the weather warms up. Don't think the tip box is being used anymore. A tip was going in, but I've not seen any activity for ages, so I need to check that out. Whether something startled it, I don't know. And back down we go. A lot of standing wood here for the woodwork, all the creatures that love wood and the natural rotting down of wood. Even old chopping boards, look. Bits of floorboards, bits of cherry, and a little dry pile here. That's for the hedgehog if it ever wants to go in there. Lots of junk there to be cleared up. Keep bits, don't you? Gardeners are terrible. Oh, that'll come in handy. Oh, that will come in handy. And then they just pile up. So, yeah, that's the garden now. There's Holly exploring the garden with me. And that's her sunny spot usually. She always usually curls up on there in the summer. We've got buddleia, ash, oak, hawthorn. That's part of the shrubs there. And hopefully it can make a reasonable size hedge as time goes on. And all the background is left because people don't use the tops of their gardens, so it's quite great for the wildlife up there, undisturbed. generally. Right, I think that's it. Quite a long video, but it's been a while since I've shown you the garden. And yeah, good time of the year, isn't it? Spring, just everything's beginning to peak at, well, not peak, but just come into that sort of intense green that you get at spring. I love it. And so many changes when you think winter, there's nothing, and then wham, here it all is. Okay, so a lovely wallflower there coming up. Yeah, I don't know what that is in the back. I planted something there and I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I've got it in a pot. Anyway, that's my garden. Oh, my favourite find here. Where is it? Let me find it. Hang on. Where is it? Here it is. It's yellow rattle. A little group of yellow rattle coming up there. I don't think it'll survive. My garden's far too shady for it, but there's a little bit there. And I noticed a little bit here. There's one there. And one there. Oops, one there. Sorry, camera work. And one there. But as I say, my garden is far too shady. They could do with being probably on the other side, which gets the morning sun. This doesn't get any sun till later. So, but it's worth a try. Okay, I think it's a bit of a ramble. No detail, just a ramble. Okay, everyone. So at least the butterflies are out. We've got speckled wood and orange tips flitting about. That's just, I didn't see any butterflies in my garden last year. Not one. I think, tell a lie, I think I saw one speckled wood last year and that was it. I obviously had whites because I'd got the caterpillars, but I didn't really see any. Oh, it's good to see them all already, and it's only April, middle of April, so let's hope it continues like this. A mixture of warmth and a mixture of light to heavy showers is not a problem. Just don't want a long, wet, cold summer, which we seem to be getting lately. Okay, take care everyone. See you soon. Bye.